Welcome to MyLITV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. MyLITV starts now.
We're in beautiful Oyster Bay, New York, where I come to paint and sail and kayak. I see this beauty, whether it's drama or serenity, and I get to have the joy of painting that, and then somebody gets to take that painting into their home or their office, and then they've got the joy of that art for generations to come. Last year, I finally got into Plein Easton, which is one of the biggest competitions in the country. And it was really an honor to be acknowledged and accepted and juried in as one of the best in the country. So I'm actually going to set up my paint box, and then I'm going to do my 30-second sketch. And that little sketch is going to inform me what it is that I'm going to paint. But I know it'll include some water and some boats and some land and probably a whole lot of really cool cloudy sky. I love all kinds of artwork. At last count, I've painted, drawn, and sketched and sculpted in over 327 mediums. And I'm most known for my plein air landscapes and also my nautical artwork. In plein air, it's acceptable to touch the painting up later or do a little adjusting at the studio. I personally prefer to do it on the spot. It's that communication with that moment that's really important to me. Skies are always changing when you paint, so sometimes I leave the actual details of the sky to later, but I'll give an indication of what I want to paint. If it flattens out completely, I can always resort to my initial sketch. The sky can change so often that to start painting the sky in now and then come back to finish it later, I could end up in a situation where I'd have to change the entire sky. So I will try to leave it to the very end. I attended the School of Visual Arts for illustration, which really helped me hone a lot of skills, but it didn't really train me for plein air painting. That's been pretty much self-taught. I find that I learn from every painter I admire, every brush stroke that I'm impressed with in somebody else's painting, right up to this week, last week, and I'm sure next week when I'm painting at another plein air event. This is a part of the painting that artists refer to as punching in or punching holes in. I'm cutting back into areas I've already painted, and it's as if I'm letting the light leak through from behind this strip of land. When I was growing up and I'd take art history classes, I'd often hear that paintings were attributed to this artist and maybe it may be done in a certain year and they weren't sure. So I thought wherever possible, if anybody wants to look me up in history and know when a painting was painted, I scratch it into the painting, and usually with plein air I put the date in there too. Take the guesswork out of that.